Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a treat to be back at the Shad Planking again. And John, thanks for your great introduction, your leadership, and your ever-presence. At this very same time, John is giving a speech in Bristol and Fairfax right now, because I don't know how you do it, John, but you're in more places than anybody I know. And thanks so much for your great work. Wasn't that a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner? Courtney, thank you very much. It's, unlike the Super Bowl, it's really nice that somebody actually knows the words and the melody. It's really terrific. I want to say, you know I'm true, that's true. I want to say one person that we really missed this year is Floyd Yates. You know, he passed away this year at 107. He had been to every one of the previous 62 Shad Plankings. I got to visit with him sometime right there at that reserved parking spot. And I know his son, Elwood, is here today. Elwood, where are you? Well, there he is. We honor you for keeping your dad's tradition and name alive. Thank you very much for coming. I want to say also the regular thanks to the Ruritan Club and all of the leaders for your great work, what you do for the community year in and year out, giving back to people. It's what's great about America, helping one another. And Jason and Phyllis and Chris, Bobby, Van, Donald, Millard, David, all of you that do a terrific work in making this happen now 63 years in a row. In fact, 63 years ago, that was Riley Ingram's first time at the Shad Planking, and we're delighted to have Riley back again this year. Now listen, I want to say, you know, this is a great place to have it, tucked away in these beautiful, pristine woods here in Wakefield, and it's really, I'm really glad that the EPA did not find out about us holding the Shad Planking here today, because if they had, it would be the shad roasting us as opposed to the other way around. And it's no secret that that's why they're called the Employment Prevention Agency. So, listen, I want to just say, you know, I really love shad. In fact, I even ate it once. And I just wish that the members of the United States Congress had as much backbone as the shad, and this country wouldn't be in such a mess. Bobby, I'm not done with you yet, so pay attention, okay? Well, look, these are... there's nothing like the Shad Planking. There's certain things that just define spring in Virginia. You know, great things like allergy attacks, your first time actually to go fishing, putting Bob Marshall and Joe Morrissey on the shelf for another year. I mean, that's my favorite, I think. And, of course, the great Shad Planking. Now, this year, it looks like a little laid back. We're talking about it. You know, the presidential years, the governor years, the senator years, that's when people really get riled up. This one's a little bit laid back, but I know you all are excited about the big United States Senate race that's going to occur next year in Virginia. Yeah, baby, you know what I'm talking about, that colossal matchup between Bobby Scott and Jamie Radtke. We just cannot wait for that big matchup that's going to take place next year. Did you announce Bobby? Now, I want to say a couple things. Couple things about that Senate race. I'm glad my great friend, our former great Governor George Allen, is running again, but he's not the only governor in the race. As you know, eyebrows were recently raised when one of my other friends, Tim Kaine, decided to get in the race. Go ahead, you can clap for Tim. Where is Tim? Tim didn't come to the Shad Planking? Oh, that's bad, Tim. Oh, that's bad. Now,
hanging out with Terry McCullough.
oh, okay. All right. Where's Terry? I got some on him, too. Okay. Well, I want to say I'm really surprised that Tim decided to run, and because this represents a potentially huge change in his life, running for the Senate. Think about this. In his previous job as DNC chairman, this was his job description: working in Washington, D.C., supporting Barack Obama 100% of the time, promoting the National Democratic Party, trashing Republicans, and his title was chairman. And so now he's really looking to really mix it up. You know, he wants to run for the United States Senate, where his job description will be working in Washington, D.C., supporting Barack Obama 100% of the time, promoting the national liberal democratic agenda, trashing Republicans, except this time his name will be Senator and not Chairman. So what a big change for Tim Kaine coming up. I mean, I don't know how he's going to handle it. I want to say that a lot of the press, the reason the press are here is because the big thing they're looking forward to in this Senate race is the photo op to end all photo ops next year. And that's when Tim Kaine will be driving around the state in his SUV, and they just can't wait to get a picture of him in one of those rest stops that he closed last year. Now, seriously, what a battle of the titans that we may potentially have if it's George and Tim. And think about this. Two guys running for a job that neither one of them really wants. I mean, what a battle that's going to be. But, you know, it makes me feel good about some of our economic development platforms that we've been promoting. Bill Bolling, Chief Jobs Creation Officer, doing a great job. And, Bill, I know you, like me, think it's pretty good about this Senate race. You know, it doesn't get any better than that. Guys from California and Kansas trying to get a job in Virginia. I think that's pretty good. Now, I live in the house that George and Tim used to live in, and I inherited it right after Tim left, and both of them left a couple things around. And George left his dip cup, as you know, and an autographed football to himself. That was a little petty, I thought, George. And Tim left a $2 billion tax hike. We got rid of all those things right away. Now, this campaign's pretty interesting because it's been brought about, as you know, by Senator Jim Webb deciding he was not going to run for re-election. And to some, that came as a surprise, but for most of us, it wasn't really a surprise because, as you know, Jim Webb enjoys a political campaign as much as Ken Cuccinelli likes a Greenpeace rally, which isn't saying a whole lot. But you know what? There are a lot of differences between Tim and George, and I know they're going to be talking about those on the campaign, and you know, a couple of them come immediately to mind. George Allen was the governor that abolished parole to keep prisoners in Virginia in jail. Tim Kaine is the one that abolished their sentences so we could send prisoners back to Germany for vacation. Now, that's a big difference between the candidates. Now, whoever wins this race, do y'all not follow the news? Jen's soaring. I mean, what's wrong with you people? Did the beer tent close? What's going on out here? Okay, for start, whoever wins this race, of course, will be running against Senator Mark Warner. And Mark's not here today, is he? He was here? Okay, well, all of you know Mark ran a campaign and has been working in Washington to become a radical centrist. Remember that? You know, we didn't know what that meant during the campaign. Now we know what it means. A radical centrist is somebody that only follows Harry Reid's orders 6.5 days a week. That's a radical centrist. And, you know, Mark has tried to say during his time as governor and senator, you know, that he's tough on crime. But you see, Mark has joined a gang now, you know, the Gang of Six. And I wish them well, but I'm a little concerned about the start that they've made. You know, their motto is walk tall and carry a little stick, which isn't, I don't think, a very good mantra for somebody trying to get something done. Now, Mark's trying to do a lot of things to promote his national political ambitions. You're all very familiar with what some of those might be. I think that was most evident recently when TLC, any of you watch the TLC channel? You know, you flip the dials while you're eating shad, drinking beer. Anyway, if you've been on TLC, they recently announced that immediately following Sarah Palin's Alaska is going to be a new thriller called Mark Warner's Old Town Alexandria. And but this is important because, you know, after all, as Mark has said, that I can see the Oval Office from my house. And so I think it's a show that's probably going to catch on. Now, this presidential race will obviously be very, very big in the Commonwealth. Next year, you know, some people said we're a purple state. The president won last year after 44 years of the Republicans winning, and a lot of buzz about who might be the Republican nominee. And I tell you, I was pretty excited recently. I heard a lot of buzz about a candidate that might be emerging onto the scene, somebody with a lot of really great hair who might storm on and get the nomination, and really kind of hacked off when my wife told me that was Donald Trump. But seriously, I want you to take a close look at Donald, because he's now becoming a Virginian. You might have heard recently that he just bought a big winery, the Kluge Estate Winery in Virginia, just a couple weeks ago. So whether you vote for him or not, either way, he's going to make you wine. So. Do you know that the pun is the lowest form of humor? Does anybody know that?